Hey, welcome back. I'm Alaina. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you why it's important to set boundaries with clients and exactly how to do it with ease. So let's get started. I'm going to reveal the number one thing that you should be doing around your boundaries to attract greater wealth in your business that you're probably not doing right now. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to rock out your boundaries like the king and the queen that you really are. So let's dive right in. Now, here's the basic reason of why to set boundaries, other than the fact that it makes your life so much easier, is that money and success love boundaries. What boundaries actually say is, I'm important to me, I matter, and I'm creating a boundary around me that allows me to focus on me and putting myself first. Now, I don't mean that from an ego perspective or selfish perspective, because sometimes people say, oh, that's selfish putting yourself first. It actually is not. It's why they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first on a plane. That's not selfish putting your oxygen mask on first. It's a lifeline. And actually, you putting your own oxygen mask on first and learning how to set healthy boundaries is a lifeline to you too, but also attracts and magnetizes so much more money and success to you as well. When you put yourself first, it is actually the most self-loving thing you can do. And when you love yourself more, you have more to overflow than to others, actually then rather than being depleted and not having enough to overflow to others. So by setting healthy boundaries with your clients, it ensures that you don't have drama with your clients and you don't feel resentful for providing the services that you provide. There is nothing worse than providing services to clients and not feeling good about the service you're providing. When you set healthy and clear boundaries, it allows you to step into a greater level of joy in the work that you're doing with your clients without the resentment. Now, here's another reason to set boundaries, because you deserve to have your business feel the way you want it to feel. I can tell you this, for example, earlier on, there was a period of time where I was deciding, I guess, what to do before I was a coach. And I was helping high-stakes net worth clients settle their divorces. It was divorces that had been with their lawyers going back and forth for a year that I could literally take and settle for 6 weeks. And somebody said to me, well, why wouldn't you stay doing that? You were really successful doing it. And I was like, the boundary issues were a major issue. Here people are blaming each other all the time. They're not taking responsibility for themselves. That's not how I want my business to feel. I want my business to feel really good. I want my business to feel light. I have another client who's actually moving into coaching, and he said, don't you feel weighed down by all your clients' issues all the time? I'm like, no, I don't let them stay in the issues. They don't stay in those issues for very long. They transform to a way of being in flow, to it feeling much lighter. Now I like the way my business feels because I take them from stuck and overworked to in flow and feeling great about life. That feels spacious to me in my business. You too deserve your business to feel the way you want it to, and setting healthy boundaries with your clients helps contribute to that. Now, so many of my clients overgive and overdeliver, and I have to help them clear the root of why they do that in the first place. And I'm not going to cover the root now, but when you overgive and overdeliver, it leads to burnout, and that doesn't feel really good at all. So when you set up really clear and healthy boundaries about what you're going to give to your clients, when they can access you, what times you're available for them, etc., then all of a sudden your customers and clients can respect those boundaries and it will not lead to burnout as a result. Now, time boundaries will keep you focused and present. So for example, if you are in a kind of business where you have client meetings every week, and let's say you allot a half an hour for that client meeting, but every one of those client meetings go to an hour, now all of a sudden it's a massive time suck. Now you're going into overworking. So setting time boundaries with clients is really important. Setting healthy boundaries allows you to avoid and resolve any misunderstandings and uncomfortable situations with ease, right? When you have clear boundaries up front about the services that you're going to provide, what your clients get, what that's going to look like, the times that you're available, it avoids really uncomfortable situations, and also it allows you, when you have really clear boundaries, even taking the kinds of clients you have, it helps you avoid PITA clients, which are pain in the ass clients, right? So it helps you avoid those kinds of clients. So you don't even you have far less uncomfortable situations and difficult situations with clients in the first place. That's the first boundary that you set with clients. So what kind of client am I going to take? Are you really my ideal client? If these are the kinds of things that you're coming to me with, then you're not my ideal client. And therefore, I'm going to say no up front. That's my first boundary. Then the second boundary is making really clear what the service that you're going to provide, the time you're available, etc., so that you don't have these drama situations that take so much energy to resolve. It will also allow you to work with people who love and respect your boundaries. Like, who wants to work with people who constantly walk over your boundaries? Like, that doesn't feel good, right? And as I said in the last one, you can filter for those people in advance, so you start to spot the signs of what it looks like when you're having, a sales conversation with somebody, of what that looks like. So you don't have to have that experience with them, but it makes for more joy in your work, because people love the work you do, will absolutely respect your boundaries, and understand that they get so much value even in the time frame that they have with you as a result. Now, I really love to help my clients understand how to attract the kinds of clients they love to work with, how to set clear boundaries with them, and how to turn their results from scarcity to abundance. So make sure that you like and subscribe so you stay up to date on all of my latest content. So now I'm going to talk about the ways that you can set boundaries with your clients. And the first way is to actually set boundaries about your time. So that would mean your time that's available to them, how long it will take you to reply, the days and the hours that you work. It has to work for you. Now, I have a client who actually lives in Singapore, and so we're 12 hours apart. And so she messages me on Sunday night all the time. I don't respond. I know she's messaged me on Sunday night. I do not respond. Now, this is a particular client who doesn't have healthy boundaries with her clients. And one of the things that I'm modeling for her is how to have healthy boundaries with clients. She knows she's going to message me and she won't get a reply till the next day. Right? And for her, it actually almost might be even 2 days, because what's going to happen is I have my CEO time. I don't reply to clients before 11 a.m. unless it's an urgent. Very few things that clients think are urgent are actually really urgent. So typically, they won't get my response till 11 a.m. And that means it's 11 p.m. her time. And that's okay. And she's actually even said to me, I feel like I bend so much around my clients' time. Why don't you bend around me? And I said exactly that, because I'm here to model for you how you not to bend around your clients, so your clients learn to bend to you. You are top 10 in your industry. Your clients are so gifted to be able to work with you. You don't think that they would bend to your schedule in the way that works for you? Absolutely, they will. And I am showing you how to do that by me doing it, modeling it for you. So communicate clearly and understand what your agreements are with them. So for example, what happens with no-shows? Like, I have it in my agreement, if you no-show and there wasn't an emergency that you let me know about in advance. I mean, if a client told me they were, in an accident or something like that after the fact, obviously I would let them reschedule. But if it wasn't some emergency, you lose the session with me. Sorry, but that's the way I roll. Like, I value me and my time. You should value you and your time. And it's not respectful for you not to show up for the things that will help you move your life and your business forward. So what are the things that they need to provide for you to do your job effectively? What are the time frames that they need to deliver those things to you? Do you have, I like to call it home play instead of homework. Do they have homework or home play that you give them? So a love play, whatever you want to call it. And do they have to turn it in by a certain amount of time? Again, what are the requirements for you to be able to do your job effectively, for you to be able to provide provide the service effectively, and what are the time frames for them to be able to do that. Now, here's the key, is I love this word. The word is no. Learn how to say no when it's actually not in your highest good to do something. Now, you may not know whether it's in your highest good. I teach my clients what is in our highest good. When we're doing what's in our highest good, it means we are in alignment. And when you're in alignment, you move forward effortlessly. It becomes flow. When you're in resistance, which means you're not in alignment, it becomes heavy lifting. So saying no, like, does it feel like it's a constriction? Does it feel like it's going to move you to burnout? Does it feel like it's not going to be feel good to you to actually do it? Will lead you to some of the things that won't be in your highest good, and learn how to say no effectively, or shift it in a way that would be in your highest good. And here's the other key. Get over feeling guilty about it. There's nothing to feel guilty for. You created your business. You provide an awesome service. You get to deliver it the way you choose. My attitude is, this is my house. You come in my house. You play by my rules. If you don't like it, no problem. We can still be friends. You may leave my house, and I'm okay with that. And when you start being okay with that level of stepping into your king and queenness, you get to run your kingdom the way you want. Kings and queens may take consultation from people in their court. However, they're not letting people in their court make those decisions for them, right? So get over feeling guilty. Guilt is one of the lowest vibrations. You may be aware, you may not be aware of David Hawkins' scale of consciousness. It is a very effective scale to let you know exactly where you are in your business, and guilt and shame is way at the bottom. It is the lowest vibration emotion you can actually be feeling. And when you are feeling really low vibe emotions, you are creating low vibe experiences in your life. So I lovingly say, get over it, because it isn't serving you, and honestly, it isn't serving your clients either. How to set healthy boundaries at work to avoid burnout. I'll tell you some other key things about setting healthy boundaries that will make sure you throw burnout to the curb. Thanks, I'm Alaina, and I'll see you in my next video.